A Coronation Street favorite has opened up about the intense fear gripping Bernie as a disturbing obsession spirals out of control. Mal Rohr's fixation on Bernie takes a sinister turn, and actress Jane Hazlegrove has revealed what this alarming storyline means for her character. What was meant to be nothing more than a carefree girl's night quickly became a nightmare. Bernie had hoped to drown her sorrow following the devastating death of her son-in-law, Billy Mayhew. Instead, an evening fueled by alcohol led her into dangerous territory when she encountered Mal, who was clearly eager to pursue her. Despite being heavily intoxicated, Bernie refused to betray her husband, Alahan. However, she did end up on a reckless, drug-fueled binge with Mal, waking the next day with a pounding headache and overwhelming remorse. Unfortunately, the regret didn't end there. Mal happens to be married to Alice, the mysterious pen pal of Roy Cropper. Yet, Mal seems far more interested in shadowing Bernie than preserving his own marriage, even going as far as securing electrical work at Roy's flat just to remain close to her. Why doesn't Bernie simply tell Deb the truth and deal with the consequences? In her mind, confession could destroy her marriage. She fears that if she pushes Mal away too forcefully, he might reveal everything himself. Still, secrets like this rarely stay buried forever. Upcoming scenes see Mal escalate matters dramatically by locking Bernie inside Roy's rolls and professing his obsessive love. According to Jane Hazlegrove, Bernie is terrified. The actress explains that Bernie has previously endured controlling and violent men, which makes this situation especially frightening. She believes Bernie feels she has exposed a vulnerability she usually keeps hidden behind a tough exterior. While her resilience has always protected her, Mal's behavior crosses into truly dangerous territory. The horror intensifies when Bernie discovers that someone has cut her head out of her wedding photograph, a chilling sign that her stalker has been inside her home. Mal does not handle rejection well. So, when Bernie finds her defaced wedding picture, it becomes clear that his obsession has escalated into something deeply unsettling. Faced with mounting fear, Bernie debates whether she should confess everything to Dev before Mal beats her to it. Jane admits that this possibility weighs heavily on her character. Bernie begins to realize that Mal is not simply infatuated. He is dangerously fixated and potentially unstable. Yet, Bernie has a long history of suppressing painful truths. She tends to compartmentalize secrets, convincing herself that if she locks them away tightly enough, they won't resurface. Partial honesty feels safer to her than full disclosure, even though experience tells her the truth inevitably emerges. As rumors spread around Weatherfield that Mal is obsessed with her, tensions reach boiling point. When Mal learns that people are talking, he angrily confronts Bernie until Roy forces him out of the Rovers. Pushed to the edge, Bernie warns Mal that she'll kill him if he refuses to leave her alone. He dismisses her threat with a laugh, insisting he is not going anywhere. Soon after, events take a shocking twist. At Weatherfield Police Station, officers reveal that a man has been found in the street with a severe head injury. It is Mal, and he is fighting for his life in hospital. Did Bernie attack him? Jane remains tight-lipped, but acknowledges that her character appears suspicious, especially after witnesses heard her threaten him. Confiding in Dev has not eased matters. If anything, the situation has deteriorated further. Bernie recognizes that her choices contributed to the chaos. Had she been completely honest from the beginning, events might never have escalated so dramatically. Since arriving on the cobbles in 2019, Bernie has become a beloved figure among viewers. The sharp-tongued, resilient matriarch of Roy's roles, known for her blunt wisdom and humor. Jane says she adores portraying such a layered character, describing Bernie as a survivor with strong working-class roots who can stretch a few coins into a fortune and still proudly cling to her colorful tie-dye style. Let's just hope she doesn't end up swapping that signature look for prison attire anytime soon. Tension is set to explode on Coronation Street next week as David and Shona Platt find their marriage pushed to the brink and Jody Ramsey is once again at the center of the chaos. The cracks begin to show as Jod intensifies her campaign of disruption, appearing increasingly determined to edge her half-sister out and slide into her place. From the moment she stepped foot in Weatherfield, it was obvious that Jod had unfinished business with Shona. Beneath the polite smiles and carefully chosen words lay a deep-rooted grudge. Feeling abandoned in the past, she has quietly nurtured resentment and now seems intent on making Shona pay. Rather than confronting her sister outright, Jod has chosen a far more calculating route. She has slowly embedded herself into the Platt household, presenting herself as vulnerable and misunderstood while subtly twisting situations to her advantage. Her tactics are clever, quiet, and alarmingly effective. In recent scenes, viewers watched as Jod deliberately encouraged Shona to drink too much, fully aware that it would leave her flustered and out of control in front of David. After ensuring her sister was tucked up in bed, Jod wasted no time positioning herself as the dependable, caring presence in the house. Since then, she has been noticeably attentive toward her brother-in-law, offering sympathy, support, and a listening ear, all while carefully crafting an image of herself as the more stable and considerate woman. But next week, her scheming escalates dramatically. In upcoming Friday episodes, Jod carefully engineers a domestic dispute by convincing Shona that David has neglected his responsibilities around the house. What appears to be a minor misunderstanding is in reality a deliberate attempt to spark friction. Already exhausted from juggling childcare duties, including caring for baby Harper, alongside managing the household, Shona finds herself overwhelmed. The pressure begins to show and she struggles to contain her irritation. Small disagreements quickly snowball into something far more damaging, leaving both her and David feeling misunderstood and disconnected. Later, while at the cafe, Shona confides in Bethany, admitting that she and David hardly spend any meaningful time together anymore. The emotional distance between them is growing, and neither seems sure how to close the gap. What was once a united partnership now feels strained under the weight of stress, miscommunication, and outside interference. Bethany is alarmed by what she sees. Deeply protective of her family, she senses that something is off and becomes determined to help her uncle salvage his marriage. Hoping to rekindle their closeness, she comes up with a plan to encourage David and Shona to reconnect and prioritize each other. However, lurking in the background is Jod, watchful, patient, and still pulling the strings. Every disagreement plays neatly into her hands. Every emotional crack provides another opportunity to widen the divide. She thrives on the tension she creates, skillfully nudging situations in the direction she wants without ever appearing openly responsible. A source close to the cobble suggests that Jod is rapidly evolving into a master strategist. She understands exactly how to provoke minor domestic dramas that slowly erode trust and intimacy. By exploiting everyday pressures and insecurities, she is quietly driving a wedge between the couple. Thankfully, David and Shona are not entirely alone. Family members like Bethany remain vigilant, motivated by genuine care rather than hidden agendas. But the looming question remains, can even the strongest family support counteract someone so manipulative and determined? As Jod's game grows bolder and more calculated, David and Shona's relationship faces its toughest test yet. Whether their bond can survive the storm or whether Jod will succeed in dismantling it piece by piece remains to be seen. Coronation Street airs on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 o'clock p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX.